All right, so I'm gonna make this a very quick video because I'd like to get into bed pretty soon. It's already 9:30 tonight, so I don't have time for a big workout. But 1 or 2 days ago, as I was putting my video together, I noticed it looked like I was bloated, and I was like, that don't really look right. And then I went inside and was getting ready for my shower. We have a full-length mirror up in the corner, and I walked past it and I realized I have some very bad, I think it's anterior pelvic tilt. I'm trying to work on fixing it. Like right now it's probably not as bad, but I have a pretty bad habit of walking around like this. Like right here, my lower back is like bottomed out on itself. There's a bunch of ranges of motion there, but as I'm standing here, I just kind of let it bottom out on itself. And this gets a lot worse with the tool belt. So I'm an apprentice electrician. I'll wear a 25-pound tool belt most of the day. Well, it depends on the day, but I run that strap right across my lower back right here. Run that strap right across my lower back and then kind of down onto my waist. And so when you have, this 25-pound bag, worth of tools hanging off of you, and it's anchored right here in your back, well, guess what you do? It kind of irritates me that the body is such, it's like so adapted to finding the path of least resistance. And so unless I constantly, fight that all day, then I'm going to let the bag pull me forward. And then so before I know it, I'm standing like this with my back kind of bottomed out, belly's out, and the hip flexors are like shortened a little bit. So I've got to open up these hips and probably strengthen up my abs a little bit. I think this is just one of those things that can build up over time, and I could see this is why a lot of tradesmen end up with like long-term injuries, because it's little things like that. It's the easiest way to stand with a 20-pound tool belt on, is just to stand like this. Let me grab this belt here. This belt, this is a little thicker. I haven't touched this belt in like 10 years. Not that long, but anyways. So I probably wear my tool belt. My tool belt's probably about that wide. But my tool belt's probably gonna sit about right here. And so when all this weight is right here and it's anchored in my low back, it pulls my low back down. It's not much. I mean, we're literally talking like inches of movement here. But when my back is bottomed out all day, I'm resting on, like hard structure, like the vertebrae and the discs and whatnot. That's where all this weight is resting on, instead of, like keeping things in check with the muscles. Right here, the muscles get a break, and I'm just chilling here with, bad anterior pelvic tilt. So that's something I've got to work on. Especially since I have had a lower back injury in the past. I really think I need to, spend a lot of time and energy into keeping my hips and lower back and the core, just everything around this area. I want to keep that stuff rock solid. And it's like when I walk around like this all day, I don't know, man. It's just that this is the most relaxing way to stand. Kind of push the hips forward and let the back, just kind of cave in on itself. I mean, you may even notice, the pretty serious, like divot right here. And it's just because my back is folded in on itself. And so I've been fighting that today with the tool belt. I've been trying to flex the abs and sort of bring myself into a more stacked posture. But anyways, take this for a set of 10 and call it a night. And you can imagine, you know, what is that going to do for the rest of my body and in other areas of training? If I walk around like this all day, because one thing is I try to maintain a good posture. And when I think of maintaining a good posture, I think of kind of, you know, shoulders back, chest out, you know, like to stand up tall. Well, guess what? When you think of shoulders back, the hips can come forward. So, you know, I'm not walking around like this, but when I try to, you know, open up the chest, the back, lower back comes down, you know, to broaden up the chest. You know, I've got to start thinking more of, you know, posture as a full body thing. But as I was saying before, you know, other areas of training. Is it going to do me any good if I run like this? You know, like run miles with, you know, my lower back in this position? You know, can that be good if there's no, you know, cushioning from the muscles? If it's just, you know, my vertebrae, you know, stacked on top of each other? Which I know, you know, they're obviously stacked on top of each other now, but, you know, it's like, is it good for them to be resting and, you know, that be the like supporting point of structure? Or, you know, should the muscles take the load? You know, that's what you gotta ask. And then, I don't know, something to think about. And, you know, especially if I spend years of my life with a tool belt on, you know, how much is this gonna, you know, get worse? Because I've only been in the trades for, it'll be 2 years in August. And so, you know, where am I going to be at in 10 years of wearing a tool belt? You know, how bad am I going to be, you know, pulled out of position then? And, you know, this is like the most like efficient way to stand. You know, I'm not really using any energy here. You know, and like if I'm not thinking about it, my posture feels good because the chest is out, shoulders are back. And so I can walk around like this all day and, you know, never notice anything. But I really need to, you know, kind of tuck the hips back in and think of, you know, posture being more of a full body thing, keeping the abs tight. I'm going to do a set of leg raises real quick. One set's not going to do much, but I think right now anything helps. All right, so 9:35 now. I'm gonna get in and go to bed, try to drink some more water before I go to bed. But anyways, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.